So before I get into today's video, guys, I have a massive announcement that I've been waiting so long to let you guys know about, and it is that my merch has finally gone live. This is something which I've been working on for a very long time. It is merch drop number 1, and I know a lot of people are going to be asking when they're going to be able to get, the Loaded Crisis logo on the merch and stuff, and that is going to be something new coming its way very, very soon. But we've been working on 3 different designs that I really wanted to bring to you guys today, and obviously if you'd like to get yourself some of the merch, as it is limited, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you the designs that we have right now. There are 3 different ones. I've had a lot of inspiration from a lot of different places, films, games, obviously Ark being one of them, and I wanted to merge everything all into one and list these are obviously the designs you can get. So the first one is the Chilled Rexy. Now you can get yourself obviously any different type of it on the Chilled Rexy. You can get yourself a t-shirt, you can get yourself an iPhone, Samsung phone case, a sticker, a hoodie, a pillow. The pillows are so fire, they're like my favorite ones out of everything. And then we have the Wrappy, which is obviously I'll show you guys a little bit closer what the Wrappy looks like, because it's like obviously a little bit of inspiration from Jurassic World and Jurassic Park and stuff. And then we also have the Robot Rex. So I was going to call the Armored Rex, but I wanted it to be the Robot Rex. As you can see, this again is definitely, I'd say out of the whole drop, the Robot Rex is probably one of my favorites because it's just so cool with the cannons and stuff, and it reminds me a little bit of Ark as well. You've got everything, phone cases. The sweatshirts for me are one of the coolest ones as well there. We've got the Chilled Rexy sweatshirt there. The pillows for me, I think I'm going to get all 3 because I've already got the Chilled Rexy, but I want to get the Wrappy pillow, which is down here. That one looks really, really cool. But yeah, I just really hope you guys like this first obviously merch drop that we're doing here. We'll have a little look here as we go into it, just to show you guys a little bit closer up of what you can actually get. So obviously these are the pillows for the Chilled Rexy there, and as you can see, this is the sweatshirt. No, this one is the hoodie, which this one I reckon will probably go quite quickly. The normal standard t-shirt here. There's the LC marking on the back as well that you'll see when you get yourself the hoodie, and then this is the sweatshirt, which I think you guys are going to love this. I think for me, that this is the one I want to wear mostly in my videos. Like, because this one is, I don't know, it just is so exciting. Obviously, all sizes, lots of different colors that you guys can obviously check out as well, whatever you want to get it in. And yeah, I am so glad that I've finally been able to drop the merch for you guys. It's been something I've been obviously, keeping away from for a while we work on it. And this is obviously the Wrappy stuff. If you guys are interested in checking out this design, I really think this one's cool as well. The sweatshirt again pulling through, being absolutely amazing. And then where's the pillow? The pillow one. Look at the pillow. This pillow, and then obviously it's got the LC on the back, but with the obviously the black color, you'll see it faintly, but with obviously the other colors, it will be a little bit more easy to see. But as you can see, you got blue, you got red, you've got grey. Any color that you want, I've tried to get as many to you. There's all different sizes as well, so you can get yourself even bigger versions of the pillows as well if you do really want to. And then obviously the final one is the armored, the armored Robot Rex, which we will have a little bit of a closer look at for you guys here. So obviously the Armored Rex pillow, this, look how cool that is. And then obviously we got the sweatshirt again, which they're my favorite, and we got the LC on the back there, as you can see. So as I said, these are going to be a limited on sale, and it's because it is going to be my first merch drop, and we want to plan on doing more and more and more. So make sure to go pick up yourself some of the merch and stuff, guys. It really, really does help out, and we want to bring some more as well. So it won't just be this. I'll try and add in more accessories for you, more things with the really awesome designs on. We're working with a fantastic designer on all of these crazy logos and stuff. So make sure to get involved. Let me know what else you'd like to see of this as well, and thank you very much for supporting the channel and supporting the merch. So welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. Now today we're going to be talking all about Ark Survival Evolved 2 with all of the updated information and everything you need to know about the game that is coming next year. Now, obviously, we haven't really heard anything on it in the last, 3 months when it was last announced, and that's because Wildcard have been working on Genesis Part 2, which is the final DLC for Ark 1, and if you guys didn't know, that has been delayed until May the 26th, so there's a little bit longer to go until you can play the final DLC, but more and more information is slowly going to be released for Ark 2 after that, but we're going to be going through everything you need to know building up to the launch that we know so far. So there's some big stuff about Vin Diesel in this and lots of other things that link to what the game could be in the future and stuff. So let's just get in with the obviously information. If you do enjoy, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 likes on today's Ark 2 video. Obviously subscribe if you're new around here as we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. And let's just get in with today's video. So you may have seen this tweet before, which is talking about Ark 2 when they first announced it. They talked about next-gen graphics. They talked about next-gen online multiplayer sandbox, which is one of the biggest things that people wanted to know. Like, is Ark 2 still going to be similar to Ark 1? You know, the way how, you know, it's a whole online map, a sandbox where you can do whatever you want. And obviously, it's going to be next-gen logo hype and next-gen hype in general. Now, we're going to be reading through this article, which has loads of interesting information about the release day. I'm going to be talking a little bit about gameplay as well to you guys. So let's get straight in with things. I will link the article in the description down below. So Ark 2 is Studio Wildcard's sequel to Ark Survival Evolved, the multiplayer survival sandbox with dinos. According to a tweet by the developer, the overall gameplay idea of Ark isn't set to change in the sequel. It will still be a multiplayer game and you will still be able to fight tame creatures in order to help ensure your survival as best as possible. Now this bit is just talking a little bit about Ark 1 if you haven't played it, and I think everyone watching this channel has played Ark 1, so it's basically just talking about what you can do and how it's going to be similar to Ark 2. The point of Ark 2 doesn't seem to be a complete upheaval of that concept, but for Studio Wildcard to make use of the new hardware to make a new world bigger and more beautiful than the first, the trailer does certainly look impressive. It's rendered in-game, and it's rendered in-engine and uses actual game assets. And if it weren't for the slightly rough facial animations and occasional stiff posture, you could mistake it for a CGI trailer, which I don't even know what that is. So you guys will have to let me know. But obviously, I will be leaving the trailer at the end of the video if you guys want to see it. I'm sure you've seen it already, but if you haven't or you just want to rewatch it, that will be there. So what's curious is that the first Ark, which has been around since 2015, if you count this early access period, is still teeming with life, adding new creatures to this day. However, while the game's performance has improved over the years, Studio Wildcard is now wrangling a very large world, and something that is noticeable in the game is persistent lag and Ark's overall file size. Starting afresh to benefit from the latest technology may simply be a way to improve Ark in a way that doesn't really make sense for the current game and the state it is in. So, what my agreement with this is that starting fresh with the second game on the new technology, I think is perfect. When Ark 2 was announced, I know there was a lot of people that said, "Oh, stick to Ark 1," but I think creating a whole new game, new players, new servers, new next gen, it's just perfect. It's just perfect because, you know, Ark 1 is never going to be the game that we want it to be unless we update to a second one, and that is why I'm really happy this is happening. So what is the Ark 2 release date? Well, we don't have a specific date. We have been given a rough 2022 Ark 2 release date window. Microsoft is yet to clarify whether that's a full launch or an early access launch, since Ark 2 could follow the same release model as Ark Survival Evolved 1. The game launched into what was back then the Xbox preview program in 2015, ahead of the full launch in 2017. So back in December 2015, I think it might have been December 2016. I can't remember. It might have been 15, but anyway. It was released in the Xbox game preview. It was very laggy, and obviously it was. And that's why it never came to PS4, because Sony doesn't give, like, you know, games a chance to go into like a game preview. It has to be a full launch. But yeah, so we don't know right now whether it's going to follow the same thing. I think that it will. I hope it doesn't, just because it would be nice to have a full proper launch. But the only reason why a lot of us are thinking that it is going to be an in the game preview type of thing again, or like early access, is because right now, it is only going to be coming to the Xbox and the PC, and then in the future, because they've probably got some crazy deal with Microsoft paying them a lot of money, and then Sony obviously probably weren't as interested or didn't want to get involved. So in the future, when that obviously runs out, like with the first one, it probably will come to the PlayStation later on. So this is where it talks about what will the Ark 2 platforms releases be. So Ark 2 is an Xbox Series X and /S console launch exclusive. If things go the way they did with Survival Evolved, this will, well, I know for a fact it 100% includes PC. They've already announced that. And possibly Xbox Game Pass with the launch. Before a PS5 version will eventually follow, Microsoft also points out that Ark 2 will be optimized for the Xbox Series X, which is pretty obvious, isn't it? So yeah, as you can see, PS5 will maybe eventually follow in the future. It's just that, when you think of the big games like and PlayStation, Sony might buy it out, like Spider-Man, you can only get it on there, and hopefully one day that will come to Xbox, you never know. And Ark 2 will be the same as that. So anyway, moving on. Will there be an Ark 2 story? It's not certain that Ark 2 will have a traditional storyline to follow as a multiplayer experience. Ark Survival Evolved did eventually add lore for you to discover, which explain the island's sci-fi background, but you're welcome to all ignore that and easily just make your own fun in the game. We don't expect Ark 2 to go full Final Fantasy XIV, but with the pivotal role of Vin Diesel and he played in the trailer, it's not far-fetched to assume he's going to be around for more just a marketing stunt. According to Microsoft, his character is named Santiago, which obviously we knew that as well. And while the tribe he leads appears to be mostly eaten by the time the trailer wraps up, he clearly has a family to take care of, and maybe you will be able to complete the quest for Santiago. In the trailer, Santiago also expertly takes on a group of blue humanoids with large teeth. We'll likely also find out what exactly their deal is as we do get to more information. Now, what is Vin Diesel doing in Ark 2 anyway? It's always exciting to see a big name actor involved in a video game, whether it's Norman from Death Stranding or Dave Bautista in Gears 5. Perhaps Studio Wildcard working with Vin Diesel was simply a happy accident. The actor is known to be a big nerd who enjoys video games. That's not very nice, is it? No, but I know Vin Diesel does love his games. I think we're all the same. And a good game of D&D for years. According to Microsoft, he is simply a fan of Ark. If you go on his Instagram, he actually tweeted saying, "I'm so glad to finally be a part of the game." With a playtime of around about 1,000 hours for Ark, which is crazy. Vin Diesel has over 1,000 hours on Ark 1. Vin Diesel will do more than just act in Ark 2 though. He's listed as Studio Wildcard's President of Creative Convergence. This is a mouthful of a title and is likely obviously sort of the amalgamation. They're saying, well, they're using big words. They're trying to throw big words back at us of the two roles Vin Diesel fulfills for the studio. On one hand, he's the executive producer for Ark 2, but he's also the executive producer. Executive produces the upcoming Ark animated series, which obviously we are going to be seeing as well in 2022. He understands the game a lot and is providing direct feedback to development progress. Studio Wildcard says he's actually, Vin Diesel has actually been talking to the devs about what bugs he's been facing and big problems. And I think there was a problem with the Ferox. There's been loads, so there's been loads of problems with the Ferox, but one of them, apparently he did actually report, which was how they kind of got in touch in the first place, which is absolutely crazy. And then finally, obviously I just wanted to read out some little bit extra stuff that was added onto the wiki. So Ark 2 is the sequel to Ark Survival Evolved 1, and it is releasing on PC and next-gen consoles. Judging by the the remains of the Federation colony ship seen in the Ark 2 trailer and the early game description, it seems that Ark 2 will take place on an alien planet in the far reaches of space after the events of Genesis Part 2. This means Ark 2 is either or takes place after the arrival and then obviously release 2022. So I hope that kind of gives you guys an understanding about how the game's come around, what's been going on, what the future of the game is going to be, and, you know, the release date and, you know, what platforms it's going to be coming to. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really, really glad I could bring this video to you guys to give you the best understanding possible about what the future is going to be for the game. So Genesis Part 2 is going to end off Ark 1's, you know, storyline. May 26th is when you'll be able to play it, and then obviously try and complete it to find out what happens in the end. And what happens at the end of Genesis Part 2 is obviously going to give us probably some huge hints, moving into Ark 2. Expect Ark 2 not to be out until like summertime 2022. We can hope that it'll be towards the start of the year, and that's what I'd hope it to be, earlier than later. Let's hope there's no delays, as there always is with Studio Wildcard. You know that already. But that is going to be the full video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Smash that like button if you did enjoy. 1,000 likes would be great. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. And obviously, go check out the merch. Link in the description if you'd like to get yourself some of that. See you guys later.